Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing it from a different location. Today's location is the bedroom, and I really wanted to do something a little bit more relaxed in this video because today I wanted to share with you guys some very exciting news. I am pregnant! Woo! That's right, I'm pregnant, and I wanted to share it with you guys in a little bit more of a relaxed setting today. I am so over the moon excited. I cannot wait. I wanted to share with you guys just some information if you guys are trying to fall pregnant, how I became pregnant, what my story was, and how I got to where I am today. To start off this story, I wanted to share with you guys I have been married since February of 2019, and my husband and I were talking about having a baby for the longest time. Like, we both knew that we wanted to fall pregnant, and we both knew that we wanted to have babies. Although, even though we got married, we just weren't ready to fall straight away. We were really enjoying our lives, we were traveling, we were enjoying time with our friends, and we just simply didn't find the time to be able to fit it in with everything that was going on. So we wanted to wait, and we just wanted to really enjoy being a husband and wife together, and that's exactly what we did. Like, we went on our honeymoon, and we also did a couple of trips here and there, and also just lived life, just being me and him. It got to probably maybe August of last year, and I had just started thinking, okay, I feel like I'm kind of ready now. I mean, if it was something that happened, it happened, but I also wasn't in a hurry for it to happen either. I was quite happy for it to just be something that, you know, if it happened, it happened. Anyway, with that being said, something that, you know, if it happened, it happened. Anyway, with that being said, we tried for a couple of months, and I had always had the app Flow. So if you guys don't have any app to track ovulation, I would suggest using an app to be able to track when you are ovulating, when you get your period. Someone like me, my period was very irregular, I would say. Not irregular, but it was a very short cycle. Before I started using an app, I was so unaware that my cycle was actually 24 to 25 days, which isn't a massive difference, but it is when you are tracking, you know, when your egg's being released, all of that kind of information that you need to know. So the app that I actually used, it was called the Ovea pregnancy app, and it tracked my period, it tracked when I ovulated. I could say how many days my period went for, also how long it went for, what day it came, what day it ended, when I was spotting, when, you know, I was getting discharged. Also, I was having the right time to have sex, which, I mean, for a lot of us who have never fallen pregnant before, it's hard to kind of gauge. So I'd highly recommend, like I said, I've used Flow, and then I was using Ovea, and I found with Flow it was just not accurate enough. Then once I started using the app Ovea, I found that the accuracy of my cycle was a lot better. I would definitely recommend using something of the sorts. Now, for myself in particular, you know, like I said, I had the thoughts of, you know, becoming pregnant in August, and I just found that it wasn't really happening. And I thought, oh, you know, just a little bit of background as well. I am 34 years old. Back then I was 33. Birthday was in January. And, you know, like, I'd taken myself off contraceptive, and I really just let my body get back to normal. And I did that 12 months prior to getting married. I pretty much stopped from April of 2018, let my body wean off, and pretty much straight away I was able to get my period instantly, so that worked. And then when I wasn't falling a little bit, I was kind of becoming a bit concerned, because I thought, well, I haven't been on contraceptive, I'm getting my period, it's not happening. I think essentially I was just being impatient. And not gonna lie, I did get very obsessed with, I think I don't want to say that it's like obsessed, but I think it becomes something that when you're told you can't do something, you then are like, well, you want it more. And I mean, obviously, like I did want it, but it was just something that when it wasn't happening each month, it was just like 1 month further away from it actually happening. And I was scared. I was scared, thinking maybe my body wasn't right to have a baby. I then blamed myself for thinking, you know, this is my fault that, you know, I said I wanted to wait, and, you know, here I am, you know, trying to fall pregnant and can't fall pregnant and all these sort of things. And, you know, like also just being the age that I am, and maybe it just wasn't for me. And obviously I have a super supportive husband and partner and friends and my sister who also, you know, encouraged me and let me know that it's normal. Like, it does take a few months, and you know what, it does. So if you are someone here that is watching this video thinking, why am I not falling pregnant? Why is everyone else, you know, having babies and falling pregnant and it's not happening to me? Just be patient. And, you know, it's so much easier to say, but also like there could be further problems there. But for me, in my case, I just found that things were happening and I was like, why me? Why is it my fault? Like we all do. And I thought, you know what, perfect. We're going to Hawaii in October. I'm going to be relaxed. It's just going to be me and my hubby. We're going to have a great time. My body's not going to be stressed, you know, like I'm going to fall. And obviously I didn't. And that led me to a lot of deeper seated issues, which, you know, I shouldn't have put so much pressure on myself, because, you know, like I can't decide when this is going to happen. Like the universe decides. And then rolls around to obviously December. I have ever since I was a young girl always suffered from bladder infections, UTIs, all of those sort of things. And yes, I have had surgeries, I have had them been to a specialist, blah blah blah. It's just, you know what, whatever, that's a whole other story in its own. So anyway, fast forward to anyone who has had any UTIs, bladder infections, you would understand the pain that you would become. Like it's painful, and even just the thought of having sex is just unimaginable and unenjoyable, and not something that I particularly go to look to enjoy to do. So obviously December rolls around. On the 9th of December, I got my period. My period lasts for about 5 days. And then my doctor, because my period is always a little bit shorter, she says, pretty much start having sex every day, every second day, as soon as your period has ended, like obviously properly cleared, because the likelihood of my egg passing is very high a lot earlier. And that's just me. You could be someone else. So if you are having questions about when you are ovulating, because to be fair, I didn't know. I've never tried to fall pregnant before. You know, it's a very alone feeling. You know, I always used to say to my friends, we're told like our whole entire lives how not to fall pregnant. And then when it comes to trying to fall pregnant, you don't know what to do, and there's no information really out there. And if there is information, it's like, I don't understand this is like Japanese to me. So I actually booked an appointment with my GP to discuss what would suit me best, and she explained it to me, and it was like the penny dropped. So I recommend you see your GP if it is something that you're trying to figure out, like when it is you're ovulating. As for the month of December, I had my period, and then pretty much after that I had had sex 2 or 3 times, and I got to a point where I said to John, I literally cannot do this anymore. I can't do it anymore. I have so bad UTI. It hurts me. It ends up becoming more painful in the long run, because then I have to spend hours in the bath after we have sex and da 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 da. So then we put that off. I'm assuming from my app, I've ovulated maybe 3 or 4 days after. The last time we'd had sex was the Wednesday. On that Wednesday, that was our last time. And I believe from memory that I ovulated on the Saturday. But because I had the UTI so badly, I couldn't actually have sex on my ovulation day, which, as you guys would know, is the highest peak to have sex to fall pregnant. And I actually didn't. And so I had said to John, do you know what? I had been in so much pain. Like, this UTI honestly had lasted from the beginning of December all the way through till after Christmas. So it was like a good 3 or 4 week stint of just feeling yucky, feeling like undesirable, but also feeling just uncomfortable. So we'd spoken and we just said, you know what? It's December, it's Christmas, it's New Year's, we're going to have a million different things going on. We're going to be drinking, you know, seeing friends and family and all the rest of it. Let's just relax for this month. Like, obviously it's not going to work out for us because we really didn't do anything properly. So let's just give it a rest and then, you know, try again next month. Rolls around to New Year's Eve and I went out with all my friends, and I remember I had walked into where we were going for our New Year's Eve, and my brother-in-law had said to me, like, what's wrong with you? And I said, oh, I just got the worst headache. I have anxiety. I said, I've got the worst headache. I don't feel good. And he was like, okay, well, let me just get you a Panadol and see how you feel. And normally when I take a Panadol, like, I'm fine. No, not this day. I just literally, I could not get into it. And now all my friends know I am a party animal. Like, I love to party. I love to hang out with my friends. And this particular time, I just couldn't get into it. And I ended up going to bed super early that night. Like, we'd come home from the party and I went to bed and they were all like, what is wrong with you? And yeah, so then I went to bed and then I was getting really, really bad, sharp abdominal pains like all that night. It was just real shooting, like so uncomfortable. I couldn't get into any position that I could be comfortable. It was just the worst. And, you know, I just thought to myself, oh God, like, don't tell me that this is the time that I've gotten pregnant. Like, I just went out drinking last night and I just kind of was like, oh, whatever, that's not what's happening here. Then the next day I was like, oh, I just didn't feel right again. And obviously, like, with the few days leading up to me taking a pregnancy test, I started getting really tender boobs. As you guys can see, these things look like bloody udders. No wonder they were so sore, because I've never had boobs like this in my life. I had really tender breasts. I had really bad headaches, lower back pain. I was urinating a lot more than what I would normally. And I just kept getting a lot of cramping. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to take a pregnancy test. And I was so excited, and I was so excited for John. I'm gonna insert like a clip here of me showing him that we're pregnant, and that was like so exciting. And I surprised all my family. Yeah, like, it was just such a great, like, it was just so great because I just wasn't expecting it, and I'm just so happy that, you know, everything has worked out. Like, I am deciding to go through private, which I am super grateful for because of the COVID-19 issues that we're all having at the moment. I have given up work and I am staying at home and I am in self-isolation, which can be very lonely, but it's best for the baby. So I'm happy to be doing that. I'm also 18 weeks today and I'm getting a lot bigger pants on, but I'm still wearing like all my normal clothes that I'm wearing. So that's good. I can't complain there. I am so excited to be sharing this video, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background. I know when I was trying to fall pregnant, there were so many videos on pregnancy. But another thing that I want to say is there are so many positives to being pregnant, and I just find that a lot of people always seem to share the negative. It's just the most biggest blessing, and it's just the nicest feeling. I've started feeling a little bit of movement now, and I'm just so grateful to be carrying a child. Like, I also have been very lucky. I haven't had any morning sickness, and I mean, I've had like a few skin breakouts and things like that, but I feel like I'm having a unicorn pregnancy. Like, I feel great. I'm past my first trimester now and I've got a lot more energy back. we are not finding out what we're having. So it is very exciting, but also very stressful with this coronavirus going on, because I can't leave the house, I can't buy anything. So it would also kind of on the flip side be a little bit easier if I knew what I was having. But I don't know, I just feel like it'll be so good to, I don't know, have it as a surprise. Everybody always finds out, so I'm really excited to find out the day that we deliver. But it's so crazy, in a couple of weeks I'm going to be halfway. It just goes so quick, and I'm just really trying to enjoy each day as much as I can. But yeah, if you have any questions that you would like me to answer down below, please feel free to write any messages that you would like me to answer. Also, if there are any pregnancy related videos that you would like to see from me, also leave those down below. I love pregnancy videos. I love following people's journeys, you know, so I'm so excited to do videos relating about my baby. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my online family, please make sure you do. We are having one special little person join the online family, so I can't wait to share that with you guys. I'm so excited, and I can't wait for you guys to see this video and hear about my story. See you later, guys. Bye.